Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Tuesday, June 9th, 2020. Today I'm going to discuss the latest with the negotiations with Major League Baseball, go over this morning's KBO games, look ahead to tomorrow's games, my latest MLB mock draft, my 2014 top 10 movies, and last I will do the final four of Madison's Bracket of Pain. Alright, first I want to talk about the latest with the negotiations for Major League Baseball. Yesterday, news came out that the league proposed a 76-game schedule and how some of the players didn't like the proposal at all. And how players deemed high-risk individuals and can opt out of the 2020 season and retain their salaries and service time, and players not deemed high risk would receive neither salary nor service. And then who are the high risk individuals? From the MLB COVID-19 manual, some individuals may be more likely to suffer severe illnesses as a result of COVID-19 than others. Individuals, by virtue of their age or medical history, are at a materially high risk of complications. And then Jeff Passan also tweets, easiest way to look at MLB's current offer. Best case, the players would receive $1.42 or $432 billion, a 57-game season at full prorated salaries would be $1.4319 billion. Factoring in the lack of draft pick compensation, estimated worth $50 to $100 billion would move it to 59 to 61 games, full pro rata. And then Jeff Passan tweeted today, had the MLB actually proposed a 50-50 revenue split, that $500 million beyond salary, an official said, would have been included, which means that it has moved beyond the 50-50 in the last month, contrary to what he suggested that morning, or it was this morning. So, and he said that outgoing revenue does go beyond player salaries, and I said that before, $500 million in additional player costs, benefits, buyout, signing bonuses, etc., when included with the $1.432 billion salary, amounts to $1.93 billion or 70% projected revenue. The union disputes the $2.75 billion revenue number. So, should be interesting to see how this goes. John Heyman tweeted 5 hours ago, before implementing 48 or 50 game season, no one would be especially happy about my suggestion. Continues to be fine middle ground at 60-65 game season, prorated with greatly expanded playoffs. And then he said that the player counter proposal is due by tomorrow, but there's little reason to believe they will come off prorated pay for at half a season plus, and growing belief on owners' side. The commissioner may feel little choice but to implement a severely truncated season of about 48 to 50 games. So pressure's on the players and the owners to come up with something. We'll certainly discuss this on the show tomorrow. Now I'm going to go over the KBO games from the this morning, I should say, and look ahead to the games tomorrow morning. Okay, here we go. It loaded finally. Kia over KT 3-2, NC over Doosan 12-8, Kaiwoom over Samsung 5-3, Lotte over Hanwha 9-3, SK over LG 5-3. Tomorrow, same matchups: SK and LG, Doosan and NC, Hanwha and Lotte, Kaiwoom and Samsung, and Kia and KT. In terms of picks, I'm going to go with LG, the Dinos, Latte, Kaiwoom. Kia KT is a tough call. Kia won the today's game 3-2. And I kind of want to go with the upset here at KT, but I don't have the balls to do it. So I'm going to ride with Kia again. Now I'm going to do my latest MLB mock draft and go over what the changes I made were from yesterday's mock. And don't forget, tomorrow's the draft. I'll have my final mock draft on the podcast tomorrow, as well as my player rankings for the draft. So, without further ado, here we go. My 6th mock draft. Number 1, Detroit Tigers, Spencer Torkelson, first baseman, left fielder, Arizona State. It seems like Torkelson is the overwhelming favorite to go first overall. Torkelson was one of the more feared hitters in all of college baseball throughout the last 3 years. There's a chance he also blows straight through the minors as in the big leagues sooner than people think. 2, Baltimore Orioles, Austin Martin, third baseman, center fielder, Vanderbilt. The Orioles have a tough decision as they can go with Martin or the best pitcher in this draft with Asa Lacy. They go with Martin, who dazzles with a hit tool that is easily plus, utilizing a swing with natural loft and double plus bat speed. 3, Miami Marlins, Asa Lacy, lefty, Texas A&M. The Marlins are happy with whomever falls to them, whether it's Lacy or Austin Martin. Lacy is someone that is equipped with a 4-pitch mix, 2 of which already great at plus or better fastball and slider, with another in the changeup seemingly on its way. 4, Kansas City Royals, Zach Veen, outfielder, Spruce Creek High School in Florida. The Royals go with the fast-rising prep school prospect here with Veen. Many believe he is the best high school player in this draft, and his vision at the plate looks advanced well beyond his age, and allowing his violent swing to barrel up balls with ease, leading to the hit tool grading at average while projecting better at peak. 5, Toronto Blue Jays, Emerson Hancock, righty, Georgia. There's a case to be made that Hancock is the best pitcher in the draft, but he probably is the safest bet in terms of pure starting pitchers. Hancock presents the same 4-pitch mix as Asa Lacy, which is fastball, slider, curveball, and changeup, with less electricity but more command and polish. 6, Seattle Mariners, Nick Gonzalez, second baseman, New Mexico State. Gonzalez is one of the more interesting prospects as we head closer to the draft. Folks are skeptical of him due to putting up great numbers against lesser competition. Some think Gonzalez won't be able to stick at second base long term, but he has the makeup and worth ethic of being able to keep the elite hit tool he carries at the keystone. 7, Pittsburgh Pirates, Max Meyer, righty, Minnesota. This would be an interesting selection for the Pirates, as they should be going with the pitcher at this selection. The risk here with Meyer is that he was a former closer that doesn't have much starting experience. So the Pirates better be hoping this works out for them, because I think they're a team that is under a little bit of pressure these next 2 days with this draft. 8, San Diego Padres, Robert Hassel III, outfield, Independence High School, Tennessee. The Padres can go in a number of directions here, and they go for the prep player in Hassel. He is somebody that can go higher than this due to his pure hitting ability and his bat control. 9, Colorado Rockies, Heston Kjerstad, outfield, Arkansas. The Rockies are a team that should really be going with the pitcher at this pick, but there's rumors that they don't love the high-end pitchers in a pitching-rift draft. Kjerstad is somebody that has a unique, complex left-handed swing he brings to the table with double-plus raw power, who many compare to Philadelphia's Rhys Hoskins. 10, Los Angeles Angels, Reed Detmers, lefty, Louisville. This would be a great selection for the Angels, who badly need pitching in their farm system. The curveball is unspeakably good, which is on all the time. He pounds the strike zone great and is great at getting swings and misses. 11, Chicago White Sox, Patrick Bailey, catcher, North Carolina State. The White Sox are a bit of a wild card with this selection. Bailey is a defense-first catcher who's showed great athleticism and is a switch hitter that's shown power on both sides with solid tools in front, and Bailey brings a special combination of the two. 12, Cincinnati Reds, Austin Hendrick, outfielder, West Allegheny High School in Pennsylvania. Hendrick is one of the fast-rising prospects as the draft is a week away. Hendrick is perhaps the best power-hitting prep player in the draft, although there are concerns due to a high number of strikeouts. 13, San Francisco Giants. Garrett Mitchell, center fielder, UCLA. Mitchell is a prospect that is dropping in a lot of mock drafts and could drop further than this on draft night. He's a great athlete and generates a ton of power and speed, but there is risk due to his swing and miss concerns and due to his type 1 diabetes. 14, Texas Rangers. Jared Kelly, righty, Refugio High School in Texas. The Rangers got themselves a potential frontline starter here with Kelly. He's hard-throwing and has a solid command as well as a plus changeup that sits to 82 to 84 to keep hitters uncomfortable at the plate. 15, Philadelphia Phillies. Tyler Soderstrom, catcher, outfielder, Turlock High School in California. The Phillies can go in a number of directions here at this selection. Soderstrom is one of the best all-around high school bats in the country and could go higher than this since he is very well-rounded. 16, the Chicago Cubs. Garrett Crochet, lefty, Tennessee. This would be a steal for the Cubs as they land a very good college arm with this selection. Inconsistency and an early season injury is what probably cost him from going higher than this, but with the plus slider and a developing changeup, the Tennessee product has some of the best raw stuff in this class. 17, Boston Red Sox. Mick Abel, righty, Jesuit High School in Oregon. A top prospect who was hurt by the shortened 2020 season falls here to the Red Sox. The righty has a clean, fluid delivery that offers projection and the potential for him to have 3 above-average pitches. He has all the makings of being a top-of-the-rotation arm. 18, Arizona Diamondbacks. Pete Crow Armstrong, outfielder, Harvard Westlake High School, California. The Diamondbacks go with an upside play here with Armstrong, who could possibly go higher than this. The left-handed hitting center fielder has five-tool potential and is a prototypical top-of-the-lineup hitter with the defensive abilities to stick in center field. 19, New York Mets. Cade Cavalli, righty, Oklahoma. This would be a possible steal here for the Mets as they land someone who can conceivably go as high as 13th. Cavalli was the ace of the Sooner staff, who people are mixed about. This could be a risky pick due to the flaws he has and injury issues. What makes him intriguing is his ability to strike guys out and his great fastball and a devastating slider. 20, Milwaukee Brewers. Tanner Burns, righty, Auburn. The Brewers are a team that has perhaps the worst farm system in baseball, and they go with the talented college arm in Burns here. He has 3 above-average pitches with his fastball, curveball, changeup, and he throws them with solid command. Burns also has great pitching history in the SEC, which matters to a lot of scouts. 21, St. Louis Cardinals. Cole Wilcox, righty, Georgia. Wilcox is one of the more underrated arms in the class, and the Cardinals would gladly take him here. Wilcox lands on 2+ pitches in the fastball and slider, but he's only a sophomore that doesn't have much starting experience. 22, Washington Nationals. JT Ginn, righty, Mississippi State. Ginn was someone that was drafted a few years ago, but opted to go back to school. Blowing out his elbow and getting Tommy John surgery is what perhaps cost Ginn to go in the top 10. The Nationals are a team that has a history of taking players with risks, so they continue that track record here. 23, Cleveland Indians. Ed Howard, shortstop, Mount Carmel High School in Illinois. The Indians can go in a number of directions here at this selection. Here I have them snagging the talented prep shortstop in Howard, who has the ability to make all the plays necessary to stick at shortstop and stands out and can seem to cover ground effortlessly without having a plus speed tool. 24, Tampa Bay Rays. Jordan Westberg, third baseman, shortstop, Mississippi State. The Rays are in excellent shape farm system-wise, so they could go in any direction they'd like. Westberg is a super versatile player and possesses above-average power and speed with a decent shot to stick at shortstop defensively to boot. 25, Atlanta Braves. Chris McMahon, righty, Miami. The Braves are another team that's in good shape in terms of its farm system. Here I have them taking the polished righty McMahon, who flashes an exciting 3-pitch mix that all possesses above average or better qualities. 26, Oakland Athletics. Nick Lofton, shortstop, Baylor. The Athletics are a team that loves taking college players, and here I have them taking one with Lofton. He is someone that a lot of people feel will go higher than this due to his bat-to-ball skills and his ability to stay up the middle defensively. 27, Minnesota Twins. Clayton Beeter, righty, Texas Tech. The Twins should be going for a pitcher with this selection, and I have them snagging one here at Beeter. He could very well go higher than this due to his big velocity on the fastball and great spin on the outpitch curveball. 28, New York Yankees. Dylan Dingler, catcher, Ohio State. The Yankees farm system is not what it was 3 or 4 years ago, so they should go with whomever they feel is the best player available, despite rumors of them linked to college bats. Catchers who can stay behind the plate are hard to find, and Dingler, who's obviously a college bat, is athletic with excellent defensive skills and could go a few picks earlier. 29, Los Angeles Dodgers. Bobby Miller, righty, Louisville. The Dodgers can go in a number of directions here, and their farm system is loaded, so they're a team that can afford that. Miller can go higher than this, or not go in the first round at all, and he's somebody that is very solid and is improved each season in college. So that is my latest mock draft, and now I'm going to do my 2014 top 10 movies. Okay, I have an honorable mention, and that is The Equalizer, which is a pretty good thrilling movie that obviously came out in 2014, directed by Antoine Fuqua, starring Denzel Washington, Martin Sokas, Chloe Grace Moretz, David Harbour, Bill Pullman, and Melissa Leo. It's based on the 80s TV series of the same name, and the film focuses on a former Defense Intelligence Agency officer who reluctantly returns to action to protect a teenage prostitute from members of the Russian mafia. 10th, Godzilla. It was tough between Godzilla and The Equalizer for the top 10 spot. So I decided to go with Godzilla for the 10 spot. And it is a reboot of Toho's Godzilla franchise and the 30th film in the Godzilla franchise. Directed by Gareth Edwards, starring Aaron Taylor Johnson, Ken Watanabe, Elizabeth Olsen, Juliette Binoche, Sally Hawkins, David Strathairn, and Bryan Cranston. Came out May 16th of 2014, and in the film, a soldier attempts to return to his family while caught in the crossfire of an ancient rivalry between Godzilla and the two parasitic monsters known as the Mutos. Number 9, A Most Wanted Man, came out in July of 2014, just over 2 hours long, starring Philip Seymour Hoffman, Rachel McAdams, Willem Dafoe, Robin Wright, Georgi Dobryan, Humayun Ershadi, Nina Haas, and Daniel Bruhl. Directed by Anton Corbijn. It's based on the 2008 novel of the same name. And it's a really thrilling movie, if you ask me. Number 8, Boyhood, which I thought was a very cute movie, coming-of-age drama film written and directed by Richard Linklater, starring Patricia Arquette, L.R. Contran, Laura Lee Linklater, and Ethan Hawke. It's about the childhood and adolescence of Mason Evans Jr. from ages 6 to 18 as he grows up in Texas with divorced parents. And Richard Linklater's daughter, Laura Lee, plays Mason's sister, Samantha. Number 7, Gone Girl, directed by David Fincher, 149 minutes long, so it's a long movie. Came out in October of 2014, starring Ben Affleck, Rosamund Pike, Neil Patrick Harris, and Tyler Perry. A lot of big names in this movie. Set in Missouri, the story begins as a mystery that follows the events surrounding Nick Dunn, who's Affleck, who becomes the prime suspect in the sudden disappearance of his wife, Amy, who's played by Rosamund Pike. Number 6, X-Men, Days of the Future Past, a superhero film directed and produced by Bryan Singer, starring Hugh Jackman, James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence, Halle Berry, Nicholas Hoult, Anna Paquin, Ellen Page, Peter Dinklage, Ian McKellen, and Patrick Stewart. So a lot of stars in that movie. May 23rd, 2014, it came out, 131 minutes long. And it focuses on 2 time periods, with Wolverine traveling back in the time in 1973 to change history and prevent an event that results in doom for both humans and mutants. Number 5, The Theory of Everything, a biographical romantic drama film directed by James Marsh, starring Eddie Redmayne, Felicity Jones, Charlie Cox, Emily Watson, Simone McBurney, and David Thewlis. 123 minutes long. Came out in November of 2014, and it deals with a relationship and the ex-husband and the diagnosis of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis and his success in the field of physics. Number 4, They Came Together, a very interesting film, a rom-com film by David Wayne, starring Paul Rudd, Amy Poehler, Colby Smulders, Christopher Maloney, Max Greenfield, Bill Hader, Ellie Kemper, Jason Mantzoukas, Melanie Lynskey, and Ed Helms. Came out in June of 2014. A very short 83-minute movie. It's a parody of romantic comedies infused with the Showalter and Wayne's absurd approach. Like I said, a very, 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 very cute movie. Number 3, The Lego Movie, directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, based on the Lego construction toy, starring Chris Pratt, Will Ferrell, Elizabeth Banks, Will Arnett, Nick Offerman, Alison Brie, Charlie Day, Liam Neeson, and Morgan Freeman. So that's a star-studded cast right there. Came out in February of 2014 in the U.S., 100 minutes long. And it's based on the Lego line of construction toys, and the story focuses on an ordinary Lego minifigure who finds itself helping a resident stop tyrannical businessman from gluing everything in the Lego world into his vision of perfection. And that really, obviously, is what I think inspired the show Lego Masters, that was obviously a hit on Fox this year. Number 2, The One I Love, which is a really thrilling movie directed by Charlie McDowell, starring Mark Duplass, Elizabeth Moss, and Ted Denson. Came out in August of 2014, 91 minutes long, and it has a lot of suspense in it, and I suggest you see it. And number 1 movie of 2014, The Fault in Our Stars, which is a really good rom-com movie directed by Josh Boone, starring Shailene Woodley, Ansel Elgort, Laura Dern, Sam Trammell, Nat Wolff, and William Dafoe. Came out in June of 2014, 126 minutes long. And Shailene Woodley, obviously, a lot of you guys know her as Amy from Secret Life of the American Teenager. So she stars in this film. She plays Hazel Grace Lancaster, a 16-year-old cancer patient who's forced by her parents to attend a support group where she meets and subsequently falls in love with Augustus Waters, another cancer patient played by Elgort. So it's a really, really inspiring, great movie. And that is my pick for the top movie of 2014. And now I'm going to do my final four of Madison's bracket of pain. And you're going to ask me how'd we get there. So I had guests on last week. I had on Derek Felix as he analyzed the unlucky region with me. Jeff Maglicetti did the what if region with me. James Elliston did the painful region with me. And Julian Gilardi did the heartbreak region with me. So I'm quickly going to go through region by region and what I advanced and how each of these four recipients came about. So, unlucky region, round of 64. 1 seed, Knicks lose out on Zion, advanced over the Giants, firing Tom Coughlin as the 16 seed. 9 seed, Charles Oakley banned from Madison Square Garden, knocked off 8 seed, the Derek Fisher era. And obviously, this is my personal bracket. And then I'll go over the Twitter bracket as well. The 5-12, the 2018 Red Sox winning the World Series, advanced over the 12 seed Odell Beckham Jr. trade. The 4 seed Jerry Reese era advanced over the 13 seed Alex Rodriguez drama with the Yankees. The 6 seed Andrea Bargnani trade advanced over the 2011 Rangers blowing the 3-1 series lead to the Capitals, which advanced in the play-in matchup and defeated Steve Kerr picking the Golden State Warriors over the New York Knicks in that 11-seed play-in match. 3-seeded Eli Manning bench for Geno Smith advanced over the 14-seed Giants lose Linval Joseph in free agency. 7-seed Derrick Rose as a New York Knick advanced over the 10-seed Robinson Cano leaves the New York Yankees. And the 2-seed Kevin Durant to the Brooklyn Nets advanced over the 15-seed New York Rangers lose to the Penguins in the 2016 Stanley Cup playoffs. In round 2 of the unlucky region, the Knicks lose out on Zion, beat the Charles Oakley band from Madison Square Garden. 4 seed, the Jerry Reese era, advanced over the 5 seed Red Sox win the World Series in 2018. 3 seed, Eli Manning bench for Geno Smith advanced over the 6 seed Bargnani trade. 2 seed, Kevin Durant to the Brooklyn Nets advanced over Derrick Rose as a Knick. The Sweet 16, Knicks lose out on Zion, defeats the Reese era. KD to the Nets defeats Eli bench for Geno Smith. And in the regional final, the winner of the unlucky region, the 1 seed, New York Knicks lose out on Zion Williamson and it knocked off Kevin Durant to the Brooklyn Nets. And then we go down to the heartbreak region. The Jose Altuve walk-off home run was the 1 seed in that region, and that knocked off the 16 seed, the 2013-14 New York Knicks season. The 8-9, 9 seed LeBron picks South Beach, advanced over the 8 seed, the Victor Cruz injury. Oh, God. Phil Jackson era advanced over the Dave Gettleman era in the heartbreak region. The 13-4 upset in the heartbreak region. 2016 wildcard loss versus Green Bay advanced over Greg Bird as a Yankee. The 6 seed 2013 Red Sox win the World Series advanced over the 11 seed Derrick Rose goes AWOL on the Knicks. 3 seed Roy Hibbert blocks Carmelo Anthony en route to the Pacers, defeating the Knicks to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, advances over the 14 seed 2011 ALDS loss to the Tigers. 10 seed Jacoby Ellsbury signing advances over the 7 seed Sonny Gray as a New York Yankee, and the 2 seed, 1 pick away from Stephen Curry, advanced over the Knicks trading away Carmelo Anthony. Round of 32 in the heartbreak region. Jose Altuve's walk-off home run knocked off the 9 seed LeBron to Miami. The Phil Jackson era 5 seed knocks off the 13 seed Cinderella, the 2016 wildcard loss to the Green Bay Packers. The 3 seed Roy Hibbert blocks Carmelo, knocks off the 6 seed 2013 Red Sox win the World Series. And on the bottom of the region, in the round of 32, 1 pick away from Curry knocks off the Jacoby Ellsbury signing. That's 2/10. The Sweet 16, 5-run upset here. The Phil Jackson era upsets the 1 seed Jose Altuve walk-off home run. And then the 3/2, Curry 1 pick away from the Knicks over the Roy Hibbert block. And then 5 versus 2 in the Elite 8. And I decided to go with the 2 seed, 1 pick away from Stephen Curry over the Phil Jackson era. To the painful region, we had an 11 seed play-in match between the Pat Shurmur era and the 2008 Yankees missing the postseason. I chose the 2008 Yankees missing the postseason. The 16 seed play-in region, Giancarlo Stanton trade instead of signing Bryce Harper or Manny Machado, and the Landon Collins dropped interception against the Patriots, and I chose the Landon Collins dropped interception, the play-in 16 match. And then Collins dropped interception, bows out to the 1 seed. Derek Jeter breaks ankle against the Tigers. The 8-9 in the painful region, I advanced the 8 seed, the Jeff Hornacek era, over the 9 seed, the 2007 Red Sox winning the World Series. The 5-12, I have Eric Flowers drafting the 5 seed over the 12 seed, Girardi non-challenge against the Cleveland Indians. The 4-13, I have the 4 seed, the 2015 Eastern Conference Finals loss to the Tampa Bay Lightning, advancing over the 2007 ALDS loss against the Cleveland Indians. The 6-11, the David Fizdale era versus the 11 seed, the 08 Yankees missed the postseason. I advanced the David Fizdale era. The 3-14, the 3 seed, Henrique, it's over. The Devils upset the Rangers to go to the Stanley Cup Final. And the 14 seed, 2010 ALCS loss against the Texas Rangers. And I advanced Henrique, it's over, which was obviously the call by the legendary Doc Emmerich. That's why I have Henrique, it's over written in the bracket. The 7-10, I have the Ben McAdoo era advancing over the drafting of Eli Apple, which is the 10 seed. The 2-15 matchup in the painful region, I have the Deshaun Jackson walk-off punt return for touchdown advancing over the 15 seed, the Frank Ntilikina selection by the New York Knicks. The round of 32, I have Derek Jeter breaking his ankle advancing as the 1 seed over the 8 seed, the Jeff Hornacek era. I have the 4 seed, the 2015 Eastern Conference Finals loss against Tampa Bay, advancing over the Eric Flowers pick. The 6-3 round of 32 matchup, I have the 3 seed, Devils upset the Rangers, Henrique, it's over the 6 seed, the Fizdale era with the Knicks. And the 7-2 matchup in the round of 32 in the painful region, I have the Deshaun Jackson walk-off punt return for touchdown against the Giants over the 7 seed, the Ben McAdoo era. The Sweet 16, I went chalk in this region in terms of who's in the Sweet 16. So I have the 1 over the 4. Jeter breaks his... Oh, no, my bad. I took the 4 over the 1. I took the upset here. The 2015 Eastern Conference Finals loss against Tampa Bay. I picked at the upset, the 1 seed, Derek Jeter breaking his ankle. And then the 3-2, I have the 3 over 2 upset. I took the Adam Henrique overtime goal over the Deshaun Jackson punt return for touchdown. And the Elite 8 in the painful region, the 4 seed Eastern Conference Finals loss against Tampa Bay, and the 3 seed Henrique, it's over. I advanced the 2015 Eastern Conference Finals loss against Tampa Bay into my Final Four. And the what if region, the 116, KP tears his ACL over 16th seed Nash playoff woes, and the Nash playoff woes got into that spot by advancing over the other 16 seed in the play-in game, the JPP trade. So Rick Nash playoff disappearances advances over the JPP trade, and then Nash playoff disappearances bows out to the 1 seed. Kristaps Porzingis tears his ACL. The 8-9, the what-if region, I chose the 8 seed 2017 Giants season over the 9 seed Hanley Ramirez walk-off grand slam. The 5-12, I advanced the 12 seed A-Rod playoff woes over the 5 seed 2017 playoff loss to the Ottawa Senators. The 4-13, I advanced the 4, the Plexico Burris gunshot over the 13 seed Philadelphia Eagles win Super Bowl 52. The 6-11, I advanced the 11 seed over the 6 seed, the 2017 ALCS loss against the Astros, and the 6 seed was the 16-1 playoff defeat against the Boston Red Sox. The 3-14, I advanced the 2014 Stanley Cup Finals loss over the Kings, which was the 3 seed over the 14 seed. Knicks lose Jeremy Lin in free agency. The 7-10, I advanced the 10 seed, the Knicks signing Joakim Noah over the 7 seed, Aaron Judge injuries. And the 2-15 matchup, I advanced the 2 seed, which was the Knicks trading away Kristaps Porzingis over the 15 seed, the Giants drafting of Daniel Jones, and that was obviously at the time. Round of 32, the 1-8 in the round of 32, I advanced the 1 seed, which was KP tearing his ACL over the 8 seed, 2017 Giants season. The 4-12 matchup in the round of 32, I advanced the 4 seed, the Burris Gunshot, over the 12 seed, A-Rod playoff woes. The 11-3 round of 32, I went with a huge upset here. I took the 11 seed, 2017 ALCS loss against the Astros over the Rangers, losing in the Stanley Cup Final to the Los Angeles Kings. And then the 10-2 matchup in the round of 32 in the what-if region, I advanced the 2 seed, the Kristaps Porzingis trade, over the disastrous free agent signing of Joakim Noah. The Sweet 16, the 1-4 matchup, I advanced the 1, the KP tears his ACL over the 4 seed, the Burris Gunshot. And the 11-2, I advanced the 2 seed, the Knicks trading away Kristaps Porzingis over the 11 seed, 2017 ALCS loss against the Astros. In the regional final in the what-if region, the 1 seed, KP tears his ACL against the 2 seed KP trade. I chose the 2 seed trade over the 1 seed ACL. So my final 4, it came down to the unlucky region winner, Knicks lose out on Zion. The heartbreak region winner, 2 seed, 1 pick away from Stephen Curry. The other matchup, painful region winner, 4 seed, 2015 Eastern Conference Finals loss against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And the what-if region 2 seed, the Knicks trading away Kristaps Porzingis. So the winner of the left side of the bracket semifinal is 2 seed from the heartbreak region, 1 pick away from Stephen Curry, advances over the unlucky region 1 seed, New York Knicks lose out on Zion Williamson. And on the right side of the bracket semifinal, you have the 4 seed in the painful region, the 2015 Eastern Conference Finals loss against the Tampa Bay Lightning against the 2 seed, Knicks trading away of Kristaps Porzingis, and I advanced the 2 seed from the what-if region, the Knicks trading away Kristaps Porzingis. So it's Knicks versus Knicks, predictably so, in the final of the Madison's Bracket of Pain, which is the battle of 2 seeds. The heartbreak regions, 1 pick away from Stephen Curry, against the what-if regions, Knicks trading away of Kristaps Porzingis. So, my most painful moment as a sports fan is 1 pick away from Stephen Curry. I feel that way because it would have been franchise-changing for the Knicks, in my opinion. Yes, Steph has had injury issues in the past, but when he's healthy, he's one of the best players in the world, and he's been the best player on teams that won championships and made the NBA Finals. And then they went out and signed Kevin Durant, and then he was like the co-best player on those teams. I said I was going to do the Twitter bracket on here as well, but I don't have time for that. I'll just share it to Twitter for the Twitter bracket because that's what I made Twitter vote as they predicted my most painful moment as a sports fan. But I'll give Twitter credit for this. They correctly predicted that 1 pick away from Stephen Curry would be in the finals, but it wound up getting upset by an 11 seed, a Cinderella 11 seed, the 2017 ALCS loss against the cheating Houston Astros. So tomorrow's podcast, we will talk about the latest with Major League Baseball and the NBA and the NHL, if any other news breaks regarding their returns. The KBO will look at Thursday's games and recap tomorrow morning's games. I'll do my last MLB mock draft of the year, and I'll reveal my top 200 rankings and any other news that breaks in the world of sports I'll have for you, and I'll also predict the winner of tomorrow night's NASCAR race down in Martinsville. Hope you guys have a great day, everybody.